Alicia is standing at a painted tree which says, "If you're reading, it means you're here." An undead, stuck with tree's branches, sticks out and falls before reaching her. She calls for Strand. Another undead attacks her. Victor is here. He kills the other undeads and asks if she's okay. She apologizes. He comes to finish off that fallen one. They stand before it. Alicia asks him, "Do you ever feel like the universe is trying to tell you something?" He leaves silently and she joins him. At a bridge, Alicia is plotting something on a map. They're getting low on fuel, so they need to get back to the convoy. She still wants to find that painter. This painter is so important to her because she feels good while looking at these trees. Someone is on the radio and knows their names. His name is Wes, and he needs their help with his bike to get it home. He tells them about a man named Logan since he thought him to be one of them. He didn't call them before because he didn't believe them. He says his brother must think he's dead until now. They get into the truck. Morgan and Al are together and split up to take care of the undead. Morgan suddenly falls, and Al covers him. His stick has gotten short now. Al knows its combination since she took a manager's interview a while ago. She kills the undead and gets inside. Morgan says this place is stronger than enough. This 1-foot-thick steel concrete wall with fire and waterproofing and a passive air filtration system will keep their tapes safe even if something happens to them. She says she doesn't need help, and people are increasing in the convoy. He says she's not safe here alone. He leaves to bring tape decks. Here, Wes asks how long she's been looking for the painted trees and if she found the painter. She wants to meet him and ask how he does it. She wants to ask and know his POV on this world. She is sorry for what Logan did to him. He says people are people. Undead are eating and tearing apart an animal. They pass by and get to his place. The undead get up for them. They are home sweet home. Alicia asks him to keep it if needed. He thanks them, but Victor thanks him for reminding him what they're here for. Wes gets inside while Alicia closes the door. There are bullet sounds, an injured man leaves, takes their truck along with his bike and runs out of there. Victor saves him again and says it wasn't his brother. Wes takes a police bag from the vehicle. They all take guns and shoot. It's riot gear. What Victor fires is tear gas. More are coming. He asks them to get in while he stays there in the gas and kills them and then gets inside. Alicia puts water on his eyes. He's blind. She takes a cloth, wets it, and asks him to keep it on his eyes. She asks, what the hell was that? He had threatened him with a gun a while ago, and he came here for what he had taken from him, and he doesn't have a brother who died long ago. Victor still wants to help that man. One of the outside vehicles might have petrol left. The door is totally blocked. Wes says, good. He doesn't answer Alicia's question about his kill count. Victor can't help, and he's not going to help. Alicia goes for the radio. Al responds. She wants to reveal her location because someone needs them. She gets to Victor. He's still the same. He can't see 2 feet ahead of him. He's doing for her what she's not doing. She doesn't want to kill undead, but wants to help. He will stand by for help until his universe stops him. Al and Morgan are on their way. 2 miles south of here, by taking a junction, they'll get onto the same road where that man took Alicia's truck. The road is blocked by some people, Logan and his men. They get out and head towards them. He'll love to remove his truck, but he's out of petrol. He says they care about others more than their own lives. He wants them to tell him about the oil fields. He is not going to let them pass. He has started liking them more now. There's no way. 2 miles back, the service road would take them too far north. She wishes they had an MRAP, but then they would have stopped others instead of them. They don't have time for this. Whatever he needs petrol for, they'll help him. Logan says what he's doing is much bigger than Polar Bear and their convoy. Morgan can't do it. They'll find another way. Logan teases him that regret for not helping wife and son will not be lessened by helping others. He would kill him right now. Logan asks him not to show it on TV. He moves back and leaves. Alicia says what that man stole must be something important, and he has taken it. She says she's here because she helps people, and he's not like Tessa and doesn't need her help. She says if he doesn't have it, he'll die for nothing. She asks if it has something to do with his brother and tells about losing Nick. Wes lost him in the very beginning of the apocalypse, simply didn't see the undead coming, and the bike belonged to him. He says he's not going to be able to change his mind. He says nowadays it's either shoot or get shot. Al informs Alicia that they're still away. She leaves, takes a lot of ammo, fills a bag, and takes her weapon. He's still blind. Someone needs their help there, so she'll do it, but not alone. Wes will distract them. In a vending machine, we see him with a bag. Alicia has to take the vehicle's keys. He shoots them and empties many guns. It's the third now. There are more behind. Keys are all for the building, but here it is. She finds it as well. The undead break in, so he has to. She remembers her last time Victor kills it. Wes kills the remaining two and asks if they're fine. They're on their way. Morgan is in thoughts. Al apologizes for showing what he told about his family. He didn't mind it then. They made a film to show people what they are to make them believe, and this is what he is. Al says they're not just this. Their reality is not their lost ones. It's their work, perhaps, or maybe what they are running from. Alicia radios. They have found him, but not in the right state. She apologizes, and he says why. He moves ahead to take it from him. He's still alive, throws the bag and attacks him. Wes stabs him and asks for his manuscript. He wanted to read it entirely. It's worth reading. The man passes away. He killed him just for a book. She was right to tell him his mistake, but he doesn't want to hear it right now. He says people are people, and always put you in more trouble. He died for this book, so he keeps it. They bury him. Wes wrote it for his brother. At last, sees that same sentence on the trees. He's that painter she was looking for. His bike has his stuff. She doesn't need help for what she is looking for. She starts painting a tree. Wes keeps going without any purpose, sees his tree, and gets to it, slightly mourns. Victor is here. It's beautiful. She has made a falcon. The undead are here and she kills it. She's fine. Gets in the car and paints more. He watches her. No one's gone until they're gone. Morgan and Al see it as well. He's not running from something. He's not a ghost, and lost people don't define him. He's holding on to them because they're a part of him. Now he's starting to understand. If he loses memories, he will lose some good ones as well. That's why he always holds on to them. She would record all about his family. It seems like an earthquake in the locker room. The door falls. It's Logan and his people. They collect their tapes. There are no journals, so they'll watch the entire tapes to find the oil field's location.